Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to our Thursday night huddle. First off, I want to give a shout out. She probably can't hear me right now, but Ashley Asher is joining us from an actual event that she has a table set up with LEMG stuff right now. Ashley, you want to fan it over and show us your setup real quick? Would love for people who are watching the recording to see what you got going on because I think that's awesome and it looks amazing.
I can do that. Okay.
Okay, cool.
I put it on my laptop, so I've got you guys on there. So I got my little stuff here, and I had some help from Destiny connected me with Marissa because she's done some events before.
Awesome. It looks so
And so I'm
good.
trying to see like what you guys are seeing.
Yeah, we can
And at the
see it
same time, I've
all.
got my little the oh gosh, the little our GLP-1 guide down here,
Looks so
and then the
good.
stuff for like med spas, chiropractors, and then I've got a little mirror here, and I'm going to do a little giveaway for anybody who signs up with me before the end of the day on Sunday.
Amazing.
And our pile of balloons that we're now going to work on because we have a pump.
Love it. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. Yeah, take some pics and videos and post it, drop it in the chat. Would love to see it. That's amazing. Super impressed. Good job.
We'll do that.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let's open up with some wins. Tonight's call is gonna go a little different, but I actually think it's gonna be amazing. So Kiki, who was supposed to be our guest speaker, had an emergency with her daughter. I think everything's okay, but obviously send prayers, good vibes, whatever you're into, her way. And we rescheduled her for April. But I like the flow. Alex and I were talking like the first team call of the month is always going to be celebrating the wins and rank ups and everything from last month. And then we wanted to have some guest speakers from outside the team, just big people in the company. So we've got a few more lined up in the next couple weeks throughout the rest of the month. And then probably the last call of the month will be like a month end grind, hustle, kick in the ass call. But anyways, I want to add this in. What we're going to do tonight is we have some rising stars that we want to highlight. I feel like a lot of the same people get highlighted over and over here because they've been here for a while and they're crushing it, and definitely don't want to take away anything from that. But there are some people who are newer, who are, or they've been here maybe a little bit, but they're just catching momentum. And I think that that's really important to make sure they're getting recognized. And I want you guys who are newer to learn from them and see what's working and kind of what's made the shift. So we'll dive into that in a second, but I do want to open it up for anybody who wants to share any wins, shout anybody out. Let's hear it.
I want to shout out the damn chat. Everybody's dropping elephant. Every time I open it, there's like 10 new elephants in there and Tiffany hearts and whatnot. So, I kind of shout my team out every time. And I will continue to do so. However, just everybody in the entire organization right now is I keep seeing them. Like it's hard to keep track sometimes. Like when we started, like not even a year ago, it was very kind of intimate, and everybody was like, there wasn't that many. There was enough people to be able to keep track of everybody who dropped it, And now it's like I open it and I'm scrolling for 5 minutes just trying to like all the elephants before I even get to the damn messages to read them. So yeah, shout out for everybody for grinding and hustling and you hear it all the time. People will be like, "Oh my gosh, it's my first one," and then bam, 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 they drop like three or four more. So stick
Yeah.
with it. Give it some time. Give people time to adjust to your new peptide fad that they think that it is, and give them time to start trusting. And I literally had another friend from high school message me as I got a new printer, and he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, my insurance just stopped covering my Zepbound. Give me your plug." And actually, I'm gonna mute and let somebody else talk and message him because I just remembered I never messaged him back.
Guilty. That happens to all of us. No, but yeah, guys, I love it. It's literally it's raining elephants every single time. When I checked the team volume this morning, we were at 220,000 already in sales. I just want y'all to know. in my whole career, I have had a month where we did like 300,000. Do you know what I had to do that month to get to 300,000 in sales? I probably had to pour in about $40,000. Now, that sounds crazy. It made sense for that month because there was a $70,000 return on that with bonuses, okay, the next month. But my point is, it was extremely inflated. It was not organic. It was not like it is here. I mean, this is organic, real growth, and it's actually crazy just how fast we're growing on this team. We'll have to pull the numbers. Last time we looked, this was 3 weeks ago. We had like 515 brand partners. We've got to be well over 600 now. So just super proud of everybody. I mean, this is insane to be a part of and watch. We actually were just talking about convention, guys, is this June. Please, 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 and if your brand spanking new, please come. Please make it like happen. Shanna couldn't be on the call tonight, but I wanted to shout her out. I texted her the other day and I was like, "Are you coming to convention?" She's newer. She's kicking ass. She's like, "I have birthday plans already scheduled that week, but I really want to go." She messaged me today a screenshot. She booked her hotel. She moved her plans around so that she could be there. And I feel like, yes, while there might be situations where you absolutely can't, I get it. But if you can do whatever you can to make that happen, it will change your business. But more so than that, it allows us to bond as a team. I want to get off of Zoom and hug all of you in person. We're going to have some really cool stuff set up. I believe I talked to Kelly today. We're going to all meet up for dinner and drinks on a rooftop bar after the event on Saturday. I am looking to hire a photographer to do a photo shoot for our team exclusively. So it'll be well worth the trip. So yeah, if you're new here, please, please, please get your butt out there. My point of saying all this is a first convention. That's how new this company is. They haven't even had a convention yet. So this will be the first convention Ellie's ever had, and you already know they're going to show out because it's the first one. So don't miss it. With that, new people, I want to real quick open up. Is anybody new on here? Do we have any first timers? I'm like looking around to see if I don't recognize any names.
I don't know if Nicole White is this is her first one or she was on last week, but she's a new partner and she's already signed up to partner
Okay,
with
Nicole.
them. And she has another one we're talking to this weekend that
Love
actually has a
it.
brick and mortar.
Very nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Way
I'm
to go,
looking. I see
Nicole.
iPhone 6. I see Bryn, Kim, Bree. I'm calling out names. Marnie.
Bryn, I know
Maria's
Bryn's
been
been
here,
here.
but I'm still gonna call her out because I think I just started following her not too long ago. But pop your
Yeah.
cameras on for a second. Say hello, everybody, if you're kind of new here. Haley, what's up?
Annie's new. Annie, is this your first one?
Hi.
Hi, what's up, Rockstar?
Just got my shot. Just did
Oh,
my
let's
first
go.
one.
You're gonna do it live for the whole team. I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Annie, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
We are from North Carolina. Sorry, I just hopped on. We just got my mom's a nurse and helped with our shots. We're from a very small town in North Carolina, close to
Awesome.
the Outer Banks, if y'all know where the Outer Banks is.
Yeah, awesome. Well, welcome to the family. We're excited to
Thank
have you.
you. Excited.
Yeah. Anybody else new? I missed the chat.
And
Haley?
this is
Oh,
Abby.
oh my
What's
God, you're
up?
Oh, you
both
guys are
on
together.
here.
We're
What's
together.
up?
They both just joined with Destiny, what, a week ago? I mean, you guys are pretty brand new to this.
Yes.
Yeah, Annie's already over here breaking ranks and
Whoop, whoop.
taking names, girl.
Well, welcome, ladies. That's cool that you guys are together for this. So this will actually be a great Zoom for you because you're going to hear from a lot of people who are newer and kicking ass. So cool. Does anybody else have wins or did I miss anybody else who's
Hey,
new?
hey, I want to shout out Ashley for jumping back in and her
Yay.
ass literally rocking it out, posting consistently and already talking to people. And literally, she kind of took a little bit of a break, but now she is back in. And Michelle, I don't even know if Michelle's on here, but literally kicking ass too. I'm so freaking proud of them. And
Yeah.
Elisa, all them, they are doing so good.
Yes, I just wrote Michelle's name down. There's so many people on this team. It's a great problem to have that are kicking ass. That tonight I was like, okay, let's highlight it. Let's let a few people speak that are, rising stars, if you will. And I'm like, I wrote down a list. I'm like, oh my gosh, like we can't have everybody talk tonight. So just know if you're not speaking tonight, it's not because you're not a rising star. Okay, we have so many people, which will be good. We'll spread out the love over the next couple calls. Also, I want to give you guys a heads up. Kelly is actually going to be hosting our team Zoom because Alex and I are going to be at Disneyland. We'll still obviously try to pop on, but Kelly is going to speak to y'all, which I think is amazing to hear from Kelly anytime you get to do that. She is so inspiring. She's going to speak on April 2nd. So, anywho's there. Anybody else have any wins? Anything they want to shout out?
Well, my new girl Haley's on. I found her on TikTok. She
This
was,
is the one. Oh yeah.
yeah, she was doing like a GLP-1 and I voice messaged her and I was like, "Hey girl, why aren't you being paid for this?" And she just got her shots, but she's gonna start next week because she has like one more week. But I'm so excited.
Hey Haley. Welcome. And Cam, that is an amazing example of when you ask, you get, you don't ask, you don't get. I love the being aggressive enough to reach out because so many people are waiting for this opportunity, guys. And I don't mean that in a stupid, silly MLM way. Like these people are waiting for it. No, this is real. Like the timing right now, the demand, like everybody's looking into this. They're just looking for the right person to partner with. Make that be you. And what is it? Closed mouths don't get fed. So true. So talk to people, connect with them, ask them, are you open? That's it. It's not that scary.
Just posting isn't opening your mouth, by the way. It's a good start. It's good for eyes, but opening
Yeah.
your mouth is actually opening your mouth and talking.
Yeah.
Right? Posting is just seeing and hearing. In order to close, you gotta talk to people. That's it. That's number one. Like I see, and it doesn't take a big following. Like if you got 5,000, 500,000, 5 followers, well, maybe not five, maybe 500. We'll go there. And it's good. And I see people with large and small followings putting up similar reels, similar posts, whatever platform you're on, whether it's TikTok or Facebook. Um, whatever your audience is, 500 people, if you got 10% of that, I mean, shit, that sounds like a good month to me. Or a good, couple months, even if you broke it up into 3 months, if you got 10% of your 550 or 600 or 5,000. So, open your mouth, voice note. If you see somebody liking your story, don't even message them, just voice clip them right away so they can hear like, oh my gosh, I just saw you like my post. Like, I don't want to come off hella weird. I know it's just a like, so tell me to shut up if I'm getting a little too excited. Just something just playful, you know what I mean? Just so they can hear your voice. That's the fucking best thing that I changed that made it start working was voice clipping, because you cannot see or you can't hear context and you can't hear passion when you're reading something. So
Yeah. So true. I mean, Alex has been reaching out to people left and right, and I mean, he had a girl with a pretty significant following. She turned him down, but she did it in a very respectful way. And the fact that you don't take it as a loss if somebody says no to you, okay? The fact that you're actually getting a response from somebody and forming a connection, you never know. You never know at some point. I mean, half of the people on this team I met through other companies, other opportunities, and if I would have just been like cut off, never talked to him again, they wouldn't be here. So, that's a great reminder. And also, when he said that, I was thinking, guys, think of your social media as a store, like a clothing store, okay? And imagine somebody walks into your store and they're looking around and they're peeking at stuff, and you are just like, sitting there with no fucking personality or pulse, right? Like I might still buy something if the shit looks great, but you got to have really great content to convert that way without any interaction. Whereas there's a boutique downtown in Sacramento. I'm not kidding. Every time I go in there, I buy something, even if I don't need it, because the girl that works there, she's this spunky. It's an experience, right? She reaches out. She's like, "Oh, girl, this would look so good on you. Oh my gosh, you got to wear this. Let me try this on. You got to try this on for me. Let me see what this looks like on you. What can I help you with today? Like, what are you looking for?" That is a completely different vibe. And you want to be that person on your social media. They're walking into your world, okay? They're in your store. You're allowed to ask them what they're shopping for, okay? Can I help you with anything? You're not saying, "Hey, will you buy this jacket?" That's creepy and cringe, okay? But there's a difference there, see? Okay. Anybody else have a dying win they want to share?
I just got to shout out Tana because she just spoiled me with some sweats.
Okay.
Size small too, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Tana be
And they
spoiling
fit.
her people. I love it. Tana, I want to be on your team.
Rachel, we just she's got a personal editor because I had a what was it? We did oh girl, come get snatched and taunt your ex with me, and we screenshotted actual like horny text from her ex, and we cropped his name out, but we put it on, and she did a shot in her panties, and it was very popular. So listen. If I
Wow.
got to edit a video just to get something hot out there. So I'm proud of Rachel. She's putting herself out there. She's having fun. She's totally like wild and untamed, and it's so fun.
That's wow. Could you tell you're on our team?
You toxic ass motherfucker. No.
I love it.
That's
That's
kind of a vibe
amazing.
occasionally. We usually like throw the like cast it and then we'll kind of reel ourselves back in after the fact. That's
No,
that's our
let's just be untamed. This is
yeah.
the month. This is the month. We might reel it back in, next month, but this month, let's just balls out, okay, guys? Like all of us. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I want to turn it over to. I'm gonna share my screen. I actually put together a cute little graphic. Can everybody see this? No, you can't, can you? Shit, hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. I see it. No,
No,
no, go
I
back.
know, but when I go to make it big screen, it fucks up. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay. Um. Okay, y'all can see this? Okay, cool. All right. So again, I want to preface this. This is not the only rising stars on the team. These are just the ones who are speaking tonight. Okay. I want to do this with way more. And in fact, I'm sitting here on the call. It's like I wrote down Laura's name. Obviously, Tana, you were already on my list, but I've got a bunch of people. I'm like, I literally told him yesterday, I'm like, we have so many more people. We were thinking about even doing like a shot caller of the month, but I was like, dude, we've got like 15 contenders for that. Like, maybe it's weekly thing. I don't know, but we want to start doing more because, like I said at the beginning of the call, when somebody comes in and they kill it and they get to director and they're hitting all these big ass ranks, right? Like that's amazing, and I never want to take away from that. But I know sometimes people can get lost in the shuffle, and we don't want it to just be always the big dogs getting to speak or get recognized. So these are people, you guys, especially if you're new, like listen up. I would never put some, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would never put somebody on this call. This goes for people on the team and off the team that isn't legit and knows their shit. Okay. So this isn't, I mean, I've been a part of teams where they would let people train on something that couldn't even, there was no way that person knew what they were freaking doing. Just so you know, these are people that I trust, that I know, and I've seen their production. They are putting up numbers, they are growing, and they all have their own little different twists to it. You'll hear from some people who have been here, the whole time, who maybe just recently like figured it out and it clicked. And then you're going to hear from people who are pretty new. So anyways, with that being said, I know Yenisei is going to go first because she has a client at 5:30. So Yenisei, are you there? Yenisei, just to introduce her, she is Alex's friend from high school. She's also my lash artist and she's amazing. She kicks ass. She does this on social media, but she gets a lot of her clients. Babe, can you help with muting? She gets a lot of her clients from in person through her lash business too. And she crushes it here. I mean, she's hit 5,000 PV. If you know what that means, it means she's got a lot of damn customers. She does so well. So, Yenisei, are you still there? Anybody? Oh shit!
I'm here. I just
She's
was,
muted. There we
I
go.
couldn't unmute myself.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Let's hear it, sister. Take it away. Tell us about yourself. Give us your tips.
Well, the thing is, I'm still kind of working through my warm market just because of the sheer fact that I have been in like the beauty industry since I graduated high school, and I went straight into working at MAC and I got my esthetician license right away. So all I do every day, all I do constantly is I'm meeting new people on a regular basis. So my biggest thing that I've learned is that I just give people my contact information right away. So my social media, my Facebook, my Instagram. I might meet them because of makeup. I might meet them because of lashes.
but then I want them to see all the other things, all the other ventures that I'm a part of. So luckily, again, I've met people maybe like 20 years ago, and they'll randomly text me. I've had the same phone number and be like, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me. You did my makeup for my prom. I'm married now, but I see that you're doing this new GLP-1, and I wanted to get some more information." So I have to say that I'm a little bit lucky in the fact that I'm constantly meeting new people all the time. And there's people that still follow me again from like 20 years ago and who have watched me struggle with my weight and who have watched me go, like, I'm a gym girl. So I've been going to the gym 5 days a week my entire life. And then after I hit 30, it's like, no matter what I did, I was just gaining weight and I couldn't lose the weight again. So people have been with me and people have seen me struggling for years now. And so I'm so tapping into my warm market. They're seeing my results, and that's how I've been getting new customers every single month. And I know that's not like realistic because I mean, unless you're out there making friends every day, I think that's just a little bit harder because I don't think I haven't gotten any clients or customers from just like social media that I know of. So I mean, I'm not like Delaney. I'm not like Lala. I'm not like having a bunch of new random customers that I've never met before. All these are people that I genuinely know, have had a connection with, and have, met and been with face to face before. So, I mean, I don't know if that's a tip or a trick or anything. It's just, I've gotten lucky in the fact that I've been in the industry for a really long time.
Babe, you want to say anything?
Well, I was just going to comment. It's how important it is to insert yourself into either new places or just seeing new people. I mean, well, I feel like we're all at an age right now where like we're not looking to make 1,000 new friends every day, nor do I think we really want to. Like we've been around the block enough to know that like friends may come and go, but our real ones like are probably here. Like the ones we have are here. We may let a person or two in every other year or so, but we're not out here like making besties with every single. I can't believe I just said besties. I never say that. But we're not out here trying to like be everybody's friend, but at the same time, you almost have to care enough or let them know you care enough to have them trust you with the shit. So, I think and we talked about this when we were at Lavelle, that people when a woman kind of trusts that you're gonna make them beautiful, whether for their wedding or whether it's just like a makeup for a quinceañera or something, and then you're doing their lashes and seeing them like, yeah, you get to see them face to face, and estheticians, hairstylists, you guys are like uncertified therapists because that's where people want to dump their shit.
Oh,
And
for
that's
sure.
where you probably know more affairs that are going on than anybody than damn who's the guy that died, the talk show host who had the Netflix documentary, Jerry Springer. Yeah, you probably know more affairs than that. But anyway, yeah, I think it's really cool. It's really, especially now because we tried the holistic GLP shit and we kind of put our trust in that company, and then every single person gained weight on it. Actually seeing it have an effect now, like the actual shit, and have it not get broken down in your gut. It's actually cool to see. So appreciate you.
Yeah. And Yenisei made my point. There's so many ways to be successful in this, guys. What works for me might not work for you. It might not work for Yenisei. Like you have your own, set of skills and strengths and network. If you're a talker and you like to be around people, believe it or not, I'm not one of those. I'm kind of an introverted extrovert. Online, I get into my zone and I get this, personality that comes out. But I would prefer to be a homebody all day long than go socialize sometimes. But if you are a social person, Alex is very social. Like he loves it. If you are involved with kids, sports and stuff, if you go to the gym, if you're involved in your church, if you go to networking events, utilize that skill that you have and that opportunity to just connect with people. And then if you are promoting on social media, funnel them. Whenever I meet somebody in person, I always tell them to follow me on Instagram. It's like my business card, because they're going to get marketed to. It's almost like putting a lead into a funnel where they're getting follow-up texts and emails. They're going to see that through my social media and get exposed. But yeah, Yenisei, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it's really cool because actually, like, I know you guys are always saying, like, you never know who's watching. And again, there's people that have hit me up and been like, hey, I don't know if you remember me. I met you 15, 20 years ago. I still follow you on social media. And I think it's really cool what you're doing. Like in my wildest dreams that I think like, oh, people are still paying attention to me from that long ago. But it just blows my mind that I had no idea that I could have like an impact on people like that. Like it's really amazing, and I'm really glad I get to be a part of this.
Aw, I love your soft, mushy side. I just want to squeeze you. I know you hate
Ew.
hugs. I know you hate hugs. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Okay, Cameron, I know you have a dinner with your sister, so let's hear from you, girl. Cameron has been absolutely killing it, and she is somebody, and I'll let her share, but she is somebody who, what, a month ago reached out to me and was like, girl, I got asked about another opportunity, and I'm never, guys, I don't own people, you go do whatever the hell you want. You want to put your feet on Feet Finder, do you, girl? I don't give a shit. But I will tell you, I'll be honest when I think that you're on the brink of blowing this up and about to get distracted. And I told her that. And she, she did. She got refocused. And I'm not kidding you. That girl has dropped more elephants in the last couple weeks than she has since she got here. So, Cameron, take it away.
All right, so I am a network marketing coach, if you will. Like I've done every network marketing company imaginable. Like I just have always had this passion to make money online. Like I have always, even when I wasn't doing network marketing, I've always wanted to post my life. Like I've always been that bitch, like just posting my life online. So basically, consistency is obviously key, but vulnerability, like my vulnerable side of like posting when I'm crying, like the messy middle, like posting when I was at my worst, and then sharing like how I'm shining now and how I'm happy now. And like that is what does it for me, is like being vulnerable and being someone's bestie. Like it is true. Like you have to be like someone's friend. You have to, like, I don't know, you have to build a connection. You have to have those relationships, because if you don't, like, I don't want people to just like buy through my link. Like I like the support. Like I want to be their person to be like, oh, I'm down like this way, or I'm having sex with my husband, or I'm taking those sexy pictures. Like I want that. Like I love that. Like that is my passion, is to help people. Like, yeah. And
Yeah.
also, yeah, when I stopped focusing on bullshit supplements, like seriously. I don't know. I'm crazy, okay? I get bored, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make so much money." And then when you were like, okay, you need to refocus, I was like, yeah. Oh, and I watched The Secret because of Destiny, and that changed my life. I swear to God. Like, I swear.
I love it. No, watching this shift in you the last couple weeks has been amazing. And you got the results to back it up. And I will tell you, you guys, like she did when she went through a breakup last summer, she would go in her stories crying about it, and it was very real and it was very raw. And people that are willing to get vulnerable and put the what some people would consider cringy shit out there, they get rewarded in this space, because people will see that and they're like, oh my God, I could never. You immediately have this form of respect for somebody because you know how hard that is to share. Like you're like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine doing that. Wow, she's got some balls, right?
And also not giving a fuck. Like I posted a reel about eating a McChicken, and I was like, I'm on the shot and I'm eating a McChicken, and it got like 4,000 views. And my best friend was like, I just love how you don't give a fuck. She's like, I love that you post everything. And I was like, yeah, and I will never stop, because there's someone there that is like, someone's watching me that's going to be like, oh, I can't eat this because I'm going to be on a GLP-1. Like I still eat what the fuck I want. Like I'm just showing the real of it. And then I feel like that's why people are like, okay, she's not just perfect. Like obviously, like I post these perfect pictures, but I want people to know that like I'm a real person too.
Yeah.
Like that's very important, I feel like.
I think that's a good point, because I think a lot of people take different approaches to it, because there's some people who are like, you're not going to change shit if you don't change your eating habits. You still got to take supplements. And mind you, I do still take supplements too. And I take the ones where we all came from.
But you don't sell it.
Yeah, I don't sell it. And I think the holistic GLP-1s, after like learning science behind ingesting it versus injecting it, I was like, oh, well, that's why it's not fucking working, because there's no bioavailability after it passes your stomach. So but I think like the approach, like Delaney, you, Lindsay, they're like, honestly, I don't really work out too much, but it's better eating what you want on a GLP is still better than eating what you want without it. Like
True.
I think most people can agree. And yeah, of course we want to work on the root causes. And I think there's plenty of people in here that are thinking that like, well shit, I mean, I'm on her all the time because she was fucking drinking a Diet Coke every single day. And I said, you know, that's fucking your gut up, right? Like, it's cool, splurge every now and then, but every day, everywhere we go, you're drinking a Diet Coke. I was like, that shit is so terrible for your gut. And
But it's great for my
Beth is the
mental
same
health.
way. Beth, who's our like one of our top dogs in the entire company, is like, I'm gonna drink my fucking Diet Coke. Like, nobody's gonna tell me I'm not gonna drink my Diet Coke. But it just shows that like whatever approach you can take, like Elizabeth, I don't remember her last name, but the girl, super crunchy, she's from
Yeah,
Roseville, kind of
Elizabeth
near where
Barr.
we're at. She's big in the company. She's like the second or third person with PPA.
PV. Yeah,
What was I thinking? What the hell's PPA? Is that?
from Thrive.
Oh God. Anyway, um, she's very crunchy and she wants holistic and I doubt she wears deodorant and you know I don't mean that in a bad way, but what I'm saying is she does very well and takes the other approach. So there's so many different approaches that you can take is all I'm trying to get at. There's not a one size fits all. Like find what you're passionate about. If it's fitness, if it's just fitting into some clothes, if it's, being vulnerable and putting your life out there, like we all have it. We can all find it.
Yeah, authenticity, baby, whatever that means to you. Yeah, and Cameron, you are very, very authentic. So they say authenticity vibrates higher than the frequency of love, if you guys didn't know that. So people are meaning people are drawn to and attracted to authenticity over pretty much anything out there. So, okay, amazing. Let's keep it moving. We got a lot of speakers. Who else isn't unmuted right now? Anybody? Sorry. Okay. Danielle Tully, I would love for you to share. So Danielle and I actually met, this is a great example, at a previous company, Q Sciences, and she was actually one of my bigger leaders there, and she crushed it. And then obviously that company was a, not not the business. So Danielle actually kind of was in like the digital marketing space, took a little hiatus from doing MLM for a while, and then we reconnected about this, I don't know, a couple months ago. But she was somebody who couldn't get on the shop right away because she had a surgery coming up, and she still worked the business. And I'll let her, go into her story. But basically, she's a rock star. She's been here for what, a couple months now. But she's really catching momentum. I don't even know the damn ranks, but she just hit the one that comes with the $200 bonus and is over 2,000 in volume. There's so many ranks. So yeah, she's crushing it. Danielle, take it away.
Hello. All right. So I started I think it was actually like the very end of November, like almost December 1st. And like she said, I started and I couldn't even take the shot. I actually was looking into the shot because I was getting a hysterectomy. And before my hysterectomy, I was already having a hard time losing weight. And so I just had this in my head that it's going to be even worse for me once I get the hysterectomy. So I was looking into it. And I was talking to my husband about it, and I came across this Dell, and I was like, I think I'm gonna like also be a brand partner with this. Like, I think I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna take it once I can. And I at first was gonna wait until I could start taking it, but then I was like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna try and see, like what everybody on Facebook says that like, is already following me. And so when I told my husband about it, he's very supportive. I just want to say he's supporting me. But I told him how much it was, and he was like, nobody's gonna buy that shit. Nobody is gonna pay that much money. And I was like, bet they're gonna buy it. So he said that to me, and I was like, game on. So December I signed up and I freaking ran with it. I was running with it with obviously no story of my own at all. I was just saying like, this is what's gonna happen. Like, I've been looking into it. I told my story as far as like, I've had trouble, losing weight. I'm getting this hysterectomy. Like, it's gonna, I'm sure, get worse for me with all the hormones. And this is what I'm going to do come February. So until then, I just was really showing everybody else's like before and afters, like in the team chats and stuff like that. And like just, gearing up to, that I'm going to be taking it. I'm excited. Look at all these other people that have been taking it, look at their results. And I did get clients. Like I got a handful of clients before I even started the shot. And every single time I was like, hey, husband, look at this customer I got. Look at this customer. So I actually pretty much had my shot paid for before I even purchased it myself, which was exciting. So February is when I started. So a month. I actually just had my month last week and I lost 12 pounds already. And that's actually when it really started like kicking off for me, is when I actually was taking the shot. I did a video of me taking the shot. I posted it. I put it in my stories. I put it on my Facebook. I like have been talking about it ever since. And people just like really love watching you take the shot. So if you have not put that on your Facebook or your stories or Instagram or whatever it is, like take a video of you doing your shot and post it. People love it. I don't know what it is. I think they're just like, I think a lot of people are just so scared that like there's going to be these huge side effects and all this like horrible stuff that they want to like actually watch somebody do it and see what happens. And really it has like everything has blown up since then. It's been crazy.
First off, okay, 12 pounds already? That's
A month.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. If y'all don't, Danielle, drop your handle in the chat. She does good content. So if y'all want to watch her, the way she posts, I will tell you, like I said earlier, obviously I encourage everybody to be aggressive in the sense of just asking people if they're open, right? Like everybody, I don't care how good you are at content. If you come across somebody who you want to work with, let them know. And there's ways to do it that isn't cringy, right? But Danielle actually just had somebody reach out to her because she's been posting consistently. She's been showing herself injecting. She's been talking about her results. And she had a big fish reach out with a big following and come to her. And at first, when she told me, I thought she said she reached out. I was like, oh my God, what did you say to her? She's like, no, girl, she came to me and now wants to sign up and do this business. Right, Danielle? Did I get that right?
So that was the other thing I want to talk about, is like manifesting is real. And I know it sounds like crazy, like when you think about it, but it is definitely real. And that is actually, that's where I think a lot of like my first customers came from. My husband like helped me manifest them. I think I don't even think he did it on purpose, but because I was like, oh, I'm getting these customers, I like manifested those customers just to like prove him wrong. So that's where it like kind of started. And then, yeah, with this lady who reached out to me, I was literally just watching a video of hers last night before bed. And I went to bed. I woke up this morning and I was like, I really should reach out to her. Like, I just like thought it. I was like, she's gonna really do good at this. She has great followers. Like, she's been in this space for a really long time. I got to reach out to her. So my plan was to eventually reach out to her. I was crazy busy this morning, appointments and everything. And freaking at like noon, I get this message and it's her. And I was like, what is happening? And I even told her that like and that's the other thing, voice clip everything. Like she didn't voice clip me. She just sent a message like interested. And I was like, this is going to sound crazy, but I literally was just thinking about you this morning and I was going to like reach out to you about this opportunity because I know that you're going to love it. And so yeah, manifesting, like doing the thing, obviously, like putting in the work, showing up, being consistent, and then manifest the shit out of this.
Yes.
For sure.
Love it. And guys, I don't think that person would have probably reached out to her if she posted once a week or barely showed up, right? It's because she's been consistent and that it will pay off. And Danielle has been consistently showing up, promoting her results now that she's using it for a month and she just had a big person reach out. It might take you 90 days before your big fish, lands and wants to talk, but it's different for everybody. The point is, the more consistent, the more you show up, the more you're going to attract people and land, rock stars that want to work with you. So amazing job. Thank you so much for sharing. You did amazing. Okay, cool. Let's move along. Neva, I see your beautiful face. Neva is somebody, Neva's been here a little bit longer, but she's crushed it out the gate. And so if we were doing Rising Stars back then, she would have been on her first month. But I would love to have you guys hear from her because she's just really great at this. She has, a different network than I think a lot of us do. And you heard her on the beginning of the call. She shouted out her new person. She's like, right? We have another person that we're talking to together to help her get a customer. And she's very hands-on with her people, very nurturing, and just really great at what she does. So, Neva, share some stuff with us.
So what she's trying to say in a very nice way is I have a different group because I'm a lot older and I'm more of the grandma of the group. That's what she was sweetly saying.
Oh,
and that's
stop
okay.
it.
That's
No.
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
But really, I mean, that's one of the things that I've loved so much about this company just in general. Not only the products that I am down 30 pounds today, by the way. I know, 4 years in the making, and I've got serious. I mean, this product is crazy, but really the even bigger than that for me has been the love that this team has, and I think that that's why there are so many rising stars in this team. It's because of the love and everything. I am blown away daily by this team. I mean, daily, and I think that's kind of when you first messaged me earlier, I was like, okay, consistency. And I think that's kind of what we've all gone to, right? Oh, let's be consistent, make sure we're consistent. But then I thought, let's go a little bit deeper than that. And I think with consistency, it really starts with communication. And that's where this comes back to. And it's funny that you said that, Dale, because to me, that's what it's all about. It's about communication, not only with just if you're creating a team, but also with the people that you're talking to every day. Because, a lot of them think you're family, and when you post on Facebook, they're looking every day to see what you're saying, and you're making sure that they trust you. I have people that reach out to me that I don't even know, and they'll order from me, and I'm like, how did you hear my name or whatever? And they're like, I've been following you for years and I just trust what you say. And so I think that's super important, and that's important to me. I don't bullshit either. I just kind of say what it is, and I hope that I don't hurt people's feelings, and I try to tame that back a little bit. But I think the main thing is the communication. And it's like if you say, for example, consistency matters to you, but then, let's say you say that to your team. Oh, well, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. And then you don't show up. Well, what are you teaching them, right? I mean, they're looking to you, whether you're their leader or not, because it's more of a family. It's not a leader thing in this group. But, if you say to them, I'm here for you, I'm checking on you, and you don't, then they're going to do the same thing with the people that they're working with. I think that's two-sided. I think that's not only with your team members, but I think it's also with your customers, because your customers want that same thing. Now, we're not huge like in the other company that we were all in. They were all about customer service and all this crap, which, was a whole nother thing. But with this company, the customer service counts because the medically guided part of it is taken out of our hands. So there's only a small portion of what we have left. So we have to create that trust, and we have to let them see that we are going to be consistent with what we say we're going to be. So, did you get your order placed okay? Did you get notification that it shipped? Did it get shipped? Do you want to put a video out just to say, that you're doing the product? I mean, start talking to them in the beginning, even if they're customers, because they might become a partner. And if they went live and showed that they got something new in their, portfolio, then people are going to start watching because they're watching them anyway. And so I think it's when you ask the question, how do you remain successful? I think you have to look at that from both sides. I think you have to look at it from, being a really good partner with the other people in your group. And I think it's also being a really good partner or someone that they can reach out to if you're a customer. And if you do that, it creates trust. And I think that trust is where that comes from. I have so many people that, like I said, they have followed me for a long time. I had one girl, she placed an order earlier this week, and she was like, "Do you remember me?" I didn't, but I said I did. I mean, I looked her up real fast, and I was like, "Yeah, I remember you." I mean, not to be lying or anything, but I didn't want her to think I didn't. Well, I mean, it had been years since I had even talked to her, but she'd been following the whole time. And she just reached out because she didn't ask any questions or anything. She was like, "I trusted you, so I ordered." So now we're just waiting for our product to get here. So, I mean, I just think that you need to be who you say you are, whether it's on the partner side or the customer side. And I think that above all else is really important. I think you have to focus on showing up when it's not when it's inconvenient to you. And I think that it's following through when you say you will. I think it's keeping communication open, direct, just building that trust. To me, that's the biggest thing to create a strong team and to create a strong family. And so that's pretty much what I try to do.
Amazing. You're so awesome and so genuine. No surprise at all that you kill it, and you go above and beyond. You really care, and that does it not only builds trust to get people, but to retain. And you're right. You are teaching people how they're gonna then treat people and mentor and all that through your actions. So amazing. We could have a whole call with you leading it on that.
I actually was really vibing with that. Not that I wasn't for the Evers, but I was like locked in. I was like writing stuff down as you were
I
talking. I
know.
was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It actually touched on something when you said like if you see somebody posting something or you just kind of mention it, or they may see you posting something, and if somebody comments instead of just like liking their stuff and you actually interact, like if I have a friend who would always post like movie quotes, but I would always just kind of scroll past it, and then I was like I was way too deep into social media. Like when I start getting through like 4 or 5 people's stories, I'm like, okay, this is too much. I got to get off my screen time. But if you interact with people through their stories, you will be shown more to them through the algorithm will start showing you more to them. But if you just if you like their stuff, they'll be shown more to you. But if you get an interaction and a back and forth, like maybe they have a birthday, you probably don't know their kid, but shit, almost everybody here has kids. So you can like their kid's birthday, even though you weren't there and you don't know their kid, or be like, oh my gosh, happy birthday or something. Even if they just message you back once, you will start being shown to them more often.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we got 10 minutes left. We might run a little bit over because we got 3 more speakers. So appreciate y'all if you can stay till the end because they're also amazing. Thank you, Neva. That was so good.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm looking at Chrissy. You're next to Neva, so we're gonna go there. Then I'm gonna hit Heather and then Tiffany. Over here, we'll have you close us out. Chrissy, I would love to have you share with us. Chrissy has been here for a couple months, but she is somebody who's been kicking ass in this business. She's new to it, so I think that that's important for you to know before she talks. And she's also a boss in real life. She's a real estate agent, so she's an entrepreneur. She's a hustler. And she can share with you her income here, but I mean, I was like, oh, okay, girl, you're doing really well. So yes, Chrissy, share with us some nuggets.
Okay, hey everybody. First of all, I want to apologize. I didn't get sunburned today. I went and got skin tint done, and I feel like my face is extremely red. So I had to, explain that really fast. Not how I normally look. Anyway, and I apologize for the background noise. Okay, so I am a real estate agent, but I've worn many hats. I've been a photographer, I've been a firefighter, I've been an EMT, I've been a pharmaceutical sales rep. So I have a bunch of different people from a bunch of different backgrounds that are on my Facebook. And I really resonated with what Neva said because I'm a very crunchy person. I'm a very natural person. I was diagnosed with Lyme disease in 2016, and I had to heal myself because the Western medicine wasn't working for me. So I've posted my journey along the way. And so I have a lot of following just from people who know that I'm crunchy, that know that I know a lot of stuff about the medical side of everything, and they trust me when I typically post, especially about things like this. So organically, I had a lot of people just reach out initially because they did trust what I was saying. So I think trust goes a long way, whether you're just bluntly honest, like one of the girls was saying, or you're more on my side. I feel like whoever your audience is, you're going to resonate with them. So just making sure you're staying true to who you are and not becoming somebody different, I feel like is very important. But when Dell reached out to me today, I have to say I was quite honest, and I said, "Why do you want me to come and say anything? Like I feel like I'm failing right now." Because at first I started in December, so I was doing really, really well, and then it's just kind of like stagnant. Like my daughter's been in and out of the hospital. There's been other stuff going on, and so I feel like I haven't really had a chance to focus on Ellie. And actually, my daughter's name is Ellie. So I just feel like I've been in a rut. And for me, as Dell mentioned, I'm kind of a tenacious person. I don't really take no for an answer. So my thought process has always been, I'm just going to make posts and kind of like throw it at the wall and see what sticks. And so far that's served me well. But now I'm at this rut part where that's not really working anymore. So I'm either having to reach out to people, which is tough for me because I don't like to do that. But I'm still having to. And then also I decided to host a wine, cheese, and peptide party. So that's something that can be really fun for you to do. I used to do it when I was with World Ventures a lot. We'd have wine and cheese parties and people would come and we'd show like the little whatever and people would sign up. So I felt like with peptides, people want to see the vial, people want to see the needles, maybe even see you do it in person because a lot of people are afraid of the needles. But then also just, I think being in person and hearing people's testimonies, which is what, we're going to kind of focus on, is very, very helpful. So I'm hoping this kind of brings me out of the rut, but I guess what I'm saying is that, you're going to have your ebbs and flows. You never know who's watching. I had a girl who reached out to me that I met on a vacation like 14 years ago, and she randomly reached out to me and ordered. I have a guy who reached out to me today who I don't even know who he is, and he wants to be a business partner. So you just never know when people are going to come. So stay consistent, continue your posting, make sure you're trying to do it at least once a day. And when you get into a rut, just try and get creative and think outside the box. That's all I have to say.
Amazing. And guys, I don't know if you can pick up on this, but she has very high expectations for herself, which most high achievers do. And I just want to throw this out there. She's freaking doing over $7,000 a month in sales. Like that is, and for somebody who's brand spanking new to this, like that's pretty damn impressive. And I'll just say that I won't say your exact number, but she's making just about $2,000 a month. And, that is only going to continue to grow. So I told her, I'm like, I'm blown away by you, and you probably don't see it, or you're, very hard on yourself, but, and that's a good thing and a bad thing at times. Right. But, she's kicking ass. And that's the thing, guys, you don't always have to be, on this upward trajectory. Obviously that's ideal, right? But life happens, shit happens. I look at Destiny as an example of that. She had a 2 month period. She came in hot, then she had a couple months during the holidays where she started to drop off a little bit. She picked it right back up, and now she's having the most explosive months of her career. So that's part of it, so embrace the downs so that you can experience the ups, so thank you for speaking. You're amazing.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Okay. Heather, you look
Hello.
awesome. By the way, I've been looking at you this whole call. I'm like, your jawline is a damn weapon. Like, you look so snatched up. Like you do. You look so like tiny and tight and cute. I don't know.
I love it.
You if you guys don't know, Heather's transformation is absolutely fucking incredible. She's lost like a whole human. It seems like she just looks like a completely different person. I love Heather because Heather is not afraid to speak her mind. She's bold, she's out there, she owns her shit. But she's somebody who has crushed it and she's done well since the beginning. Another example of somebody who would have been a rising star had we started doing this earlier. But yeah, immediately you came to my mind as somebody I would love to highlight and have share with the team. Because I know you've been also doing well. You shared your income with me, and I was like, okay, girl, okay. Of course, we all want it to grow, right? I mean, we're never satisfied. That's why we're entrepreneurs, right? But I mean, I can tell you guys this from mentoring people for the last 7 years. I have coached people who used to put in this amount of work to make $500 a month, and y'all are making multiple 4 figures a month. Some of us are 5 figures, like, so anyways, Heather, share with us some things, if you will.
What's going on, guys? Okay, so it was kind of funny. Today Dell hit me, and my instant reaction was like, huh? What? Because I've been in a really like tough mental place for the last week, and it's like I'm sitting there constantly telling myself how I want to grow some more. And then she does this, and I'm like, my first response is to be like, no, why me? But then it's like, bitch, you're gonna grow if you just get out there and do this. Like, just shut up. This is literally what you're asking for. You're literally calling for this. But through all of with everything, I show up in my stories. And that's where I showed up first before I even joined the business. I started doing the shot in August, and I sprinkle a little bit here and there. And then it was just like, I kind of want to see what this is, because I had been following Dell from another company. And then every time she was like sharing people, I'd start following all them. And I'm like, well, look at their weight loss. I can do this. But I never thought I could actually do the weight loss part of it. So it's like when I actually, I did the first 3 months, and then I was like, all right, I'm jumping in. And I remember my first day, like just sharing images and whatever else I brought on for customers. And each single one of them customers of mine were from a previous company, but they were like, we knew you were doing something when you started sprinkling and sharing again. Like, we knew it. And but each and every single one of them till this day will tell me they are so grateful that I keep showing up, being myself, telling whatever it is. I might not make the best reel or do this or that, but in my stories, I'm always just a lot vulgar, but I am 100% me. And it's just funny, like, at first it was like kind of like intimidating jumping into this, but I was like, I feel like I can do this. Like, the before and afters sell, we know that, but like showing up as yourself and continuing to show up as yourself, like, I'm getting hot. I feel myself. I'm like, oh my God. But it's real. And, community is huge for me. Like, my family is literally this big. Like, I have very small groups of friends. So it's like, anytime, like, I get into these businesses and I create friendships, and working, I love it. Like, it was like instantly everybody's messaging me again. So I'm talking again, I'm getting to know people again. And I'm like, man, I've missed this. Like, I really have missed the interactions with people. And it's, now today, after I got off the phone with Dell, when she said, will you do this? Mind you, I had been sitting in this like flat feeling place. And it's like, I instantly reached out to 5 of my customers, checked in with them, and they're all just like, I appreciate you. You always just show up when I need you, and you're always yourself, and you're always checking me when I need to do this or that or whatever. And it's just like, I needed her to reach out to me today to tell me to do this, because it's like, bitch, you know what to do. It's just, sometimes you just need the little nudge on it. And it's I work in a bar at night. So it's one of my main things. I've mentioned this before. I have an app on my phone. It's called hi.hello. I'll share it in our group chat later. But anytime, like, talking to people who have known me for the course of time, a lot of the times at this one bar that I only work on Fridays, every single week I look different to somebody. Everybody's like, you look so different, da, da, da. And I'll pull up a video or whatever on my Instagram, and then, oh, my wife would love this, da, da, da. And it's this app that I have, and all of a sudden it's literally a QR code on the front of my screen. And I have multiple businesses. So I have my travel business, I have another one, and then this one. And so it's like, not only are they getting all 3 of them, but it's right there. So that's something that I I use a lot. And I almost feel like I'm a walking billboard. I mean, we are already, but it's like having a few of them Instagram videos of like the before and afters and the boohoo's and the crying, like people instantly I hate crying on camera, but it works. It really does. And it's like I watched Dell, for months do this. And I was like, all right, when I'm sad, I'm just gonna pull out the camera and here we are. All right, I'll cry. All right, we got a little clip, but it's like it worked. And no matter what, like even on the days that I feel like none of my posts get likes or anything like that, as soon as I start the self-doubt, somebody's in my messages. And it happens. Like we're human, we start to self-doubt ourselves. We start seeing all 20 of the elephants jumping, and it's like, why hasn't it happened? And then all of a sudden, boom, you got a new customer order. I'm like, the shit, man. I did, but it literally like hits me like that. But it's like I just keep trying to show up. I keep trying to figure out my niche on Instagram because it's like my funny shit fucking flies. But it's just I don't know. I can't figure it out. Like we know Heather likes to travel. We know she talks shit. We know whatever, but it's like the peptide stuff doesn't jump as much, but we're trying to flush it out, push it out. But one more thing I had just recently did, I had over 11,000 posts on my Instagram, and I've now got it down to 1,100. Like I am completely revamping my shit, deleting a lot of old stuff, and it's taken a few weeks, but I'm doing it. But I am noticing now that I'm actually like hashtagging different things, I'm getting more followers, and I don't even know how, because I mean, besides just being funny or whatever, but it's like I'm having random people, how do I join you in this business? What do I do in this business? So I'm having multiple conversations where I've never pulled people from Instagram, but all of a sudden it's happening, like even just the conversations. So what I would say, my tips, just show up, post the post. We all got posts. Reach out to somebody, see if you can copy theirs, change a few words and post it. Like you don't think anybody's looking, even if it's like 3 to 4 or 5 times a day. I know when I get in my mode and I'm actually sharing posts, people message me. They're not going to comment on there because, this is still like intimidating, scary or whatever. But for a lot of people, but like just me being out there, a lot of people are like, I'm glad that you did this. And I had a girl today who was terrified to do this. Like she was one of the first people that I talked to, and she's down 20 pounds in 6 weeks. And she just like, I'm so grateful that you keep showing up and da 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 da. So it's always those little reminders. Like when you think you're not doing something, somebody needs it, show up for that person. I'm trying to show up for the person that I used to be. I'm trying to find her in all my little groups and everything like that. One more. We all know there's like those women entrepreneur groups and all the my businesses and all those things. Whenever somebody's doing, what can I do for my work from home businesses? Nothing with a huge startup. I don't want da. So what I always say is medical grade peptide sales, and you can do it too. It's been the best thing for me. And the next day I'll wake up and I have hundreds of messages. Like it works, that one specifically. And I'm always constantly having those conversations. I've gotten 2 so far from doing that. So just in conversation, because everybody wants, they take their time jumping, but that one seems to work. So that's my little fun little tip.
Say it again. That was a great tip. Say what you put on there again.
So whenever they say, what can you do from home? I always say, I'm in medical grade peptide sales and you can do it too. And I make a lot of money with it. Literally something along those lines, and everybody's going with it. They all want to see it. And I'm sharing the business proposal. I do a little blurb. I noticed in the beginning, I was like word vomiting. So don't try to word vomit. I'm trying to like clean it up a little bit without just being like, bleh. Yeah. But I mean, for the most part, a lot of people have a lot of the questions ready to be asked. So they're coming at you with them. So, and another thing, what I need to get better at doing is voice chats. I know it works for everybody. When I do it, it works wonders.
Oh my God, you have such good energy. That is gonna take you to another level.
I know. I need to do it more. That's one of the things I need to. I have to.
Yeah, you have phenomenal energy. That's a gift. I would use that in your voice.
I'm so hot. I'm probably I am. I feel like I've been drinking. I'm so hot.
Listen, you are really funny and you're animated and you have such good energy. Like you need to be pumping out more content like that.
Yeah.
Like I think you should do a series. Like I want to do something like this about like things that you I guess took for granted when you were fat or something like that. Like
Right. Yeah.
and talk and show your personality. Like I was saying the other day, like being able to see everything when I'm shaving. Like you could make it funny, like things like that, you know.
Right.
But I feel like you could do like Lindsay on the team. She's really funny. And so she
Yes, he
incorporates
is.
humor. Watch her stuff. Like I think you need to just incorporate the two worlds. Like peptide
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
it would be
And I
a
did something recently like that in my stories yesterday. Because I had been so like in this negative bubble, and it's like all of a sudden I felt like a squirrel on there, and I'm like making all these, like I'm talking in voices and responding in another voice, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm literally talking to myself. But
Yeah.
people ate that shit up and messaged me about it. So just be wild. That's all I got.
No, I told her I'm turning into conspiracy theorist because I'm ready to put on a tinfoil hat because I
Oh
feel
my
like
God.
everybody's been like us included. We literally woke up and we were like, dude, I don't know what it is. I just feel like I'm in a fucking funk for some reason. She was like, me
Yeah.
too. And everybody's feeling that way. I was like,
Yep.
put your foil hat on there, putting it out the radio waves right now. Anyway, you did say something, and it's something that I do as well. And I know we're a little bit over, so we're gonna get to the last people. I'm not gonna take up too much more, but when I post stuff, because I'll post little funny memes I get off of CapCut or whatnot, whether it's like Family Guy or something, and I'll relate it to peptides, but then I always try to balance it out with something serious because I don't want funny and comedy and laughs to always be associated with my business because at the end of the day, motherfucker, you're gonna take this serious. Like it's not just
Right.
it's not
Right.
just here to make you laugh. Like I'm not just gonna
Right.
have you laughing at my business. Like I want you to see what it is and actually get educated on what I'm talking about. Like the stuff that I put out that's funny, I always try to, whether it's one or two or three, I'll try to balance it out the following few days with like a face to face or something more educational than just to get a laugh. So anyway, I don't know
Okay.
why I brought that one up because if your niche is humor and funny,
Well,
then
no,
you
and I
fucking
think
stick to that.
I
But
think with her too, and this goes for anybody, when you have massive results on this stuff too, I mean, that speaks for itself. That you can be more, I feel like, loosely with the humor because I mean, I look at like Lindsay, she has great results. She does a good job of like balancing the humor with also the results sharing and the education. So, yeah, but I think that that'll be your sweet spot. And you also, just so you know, I'm really proud of you and everybody so far. And I know we've got Tiffany next, but for pushing yourself, I'm not going to say names. But almost every single person, not everybody, but almost felt the same way you did and was, Christy shared it too, but like very hesitant, in a funk, or not feeling like they're like, why me? And through pushing yourself, I will never forget the first time I was asked to speak on a call, I almost peed myself. It ruined my whole day. Okay. Mandy Kai, top 10 beach body coach, asked me to speak on a call 8 years ago, and it ruined my whole day. All day I was panicking. What am I going to say? What am I going to do? I was sweating bullets. I was shaking. And then after the call, I was like,
Definitely
oh my
sweating
God.
over here.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, that was actually that was really great. I really like it. I want to do it again. And that wasn't that bad. So
Right.
these are opportunities to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So yeah, really proud of all of you. And with that, let's turn it over to Miss Tiffany Holland. She has been here since not the very, very beginning, but close enough. Again, another person who, if we did Rising Stars back then, she would have been on her first month. She kicks ass here. She's got a heart of gold and she's just phenomenal. What I do really want to highlight with her is this whole time she's kicked ass, but she's definitely been more on the customer side focused. She's hit the 5,000 PV, which is a huge accomplishment. But I've seen her recently really stepping into that like leadership role. She's bringing on teammates and she takes them under her wing. Like I see Halsey on here. She's just amazing at both sides, and I want you guys to hear from her some tips and some things that kind of have been like aha moments. So Tiffany, and she's busy, guys. She's a grandma of how many you got? Chicken?
I am the leader of chaos. That's what I want to say to even start this. I am the leader of chaos, but you know what that's taught me through the years? And as y'all have gone through all these, I've laughed because I started my list today after Dell contacted me, and I've had to mark each one of them off as you've all covered every single. And I kept saying, Alex, shut your mouth. Delaney, shut your mouth. Like everybody stop talking because you have absolutely covered everything I wanted to talk about. And now I'm last. I've kept my dogs quiet for an hour. The kids have now started coming in and out because the grandbabies have started spring break. So we're gonna get through this, right? Because I am the balance of chaos. And that's what's taught me in this business, that it's really not a race. Love your people where they are, nurture them, teach them what you're doing. And if someone is teaching you something, freaking listen. Don't let it go in one ear and out the other. If someone is screaming you're not doing something, listen and take heed. Because staying still in your stagnant self, you have to take in something new, just like several of you have said, to be able to move forward. And that includes myself. And that brings me to one of my strongest points that was on my page. How sold out are you right now? Closing out this message, I want to say how closed out. You can come here and everybody can say, well, she's doing this or she's doing that. But I'm going to promise you, if you take notes from each and every one of those people that are successful, they are 1,000%. It gives me goosebumps, sold out to where we are right now. And if you're not there and one story does it for you a day and one post does it for you every 2 or 3 weeks or a month, and I continue to tell this to my team and I tell this to my own child daily who wants to be successful, and I know she's not on here. But if you watch, her name is starting to pop up all the time in our chat. And the reason is because I don't let her say, I don't have time anymore. If you want to be successful, you make time. And you do every one of these things that these people have talked about tonight consistently, not just one of them. If you want to be where Dale stands today, I can promise you if I went to her house, her and Alex are working constantly, not just for themselves, but for us. So how are you working for your own people? The power begins with you, and you can't just rely on your upline to do it. How sold out are you? And I can promise you right now, what I was sold out to last month has already changed to this month. And are you watching your goals? And are you increasing your own goals? Because if you're not increasing your own goals, your teammates can't do it for you. I am customer based because I believe that when you're sold out to your customers, just like Danielle said, that's where your business grows. They get your attention, they invest in you, and all of a sudden they want to do what you did. And one of my best friends reached out to me today and said, if you don't quit dangling these in front of me, I'm going to have to join you. I hope so. God bless America. I hope you all join me and that we take over this peptide world. But when you beat me in person, you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt, I'm wearing something I'm talking about where I've been and where I've gone and where I am now. And I'm proud of it. And I can sit here and tell you that compared to last month, I am $300 away from the goal that I had myself set out last month. And I'm $3,000 away from director. I will get there if it kills me, and that is my determination, and I will break it up until I can figure it out daily. How much more do I need to show up? How much more of me can I give? And I can promise you right now, there's no one even busier than I am. My mom just had knee surgery. I've been at her beck and call, but I still show up. And I don't mean just show up with graphics. I mean showing up by talking, because I believe people get to know you through your communication. And if you can't get out, you're one of those people who can't get out and you don't have all the amenities that these other people have by seeing people in social, then show up on your Facebook and talk. And it doesn't have to be about peptides. Let people get to know you, because you can't sell something if they don't know who you are.
Tiffany, oh my gosh, this was meant to be the last thing, and I am like,
Mel
okay,
Gibson and Braveheart.
yeah, we need you to do a whole team call too. So good, guys, and I will tell you, I love the way she positioned it. And you guys, be honest. Put in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10, how sold out are you? And be honest, because I will tell you right now, when you look at the people who are crushing it here, who are consistently putting up big numbers, they're absolutely sold out. I mean, it's 10 out of 10. No question about it. So that is the difference between somebody who is maybe just dabbling with this or not all in with it. You're going to have not all in income. You're going to have not all in results. You know, I and Alex, like we eat, breathe, and sleep this. It's an obsession to some degree. Now, I understand there's got to be balance. Yes, I know that that's important, but you will get to that point, but it does take a grind, an absolute obsession grind. You know, last night, it's 10:30 at night. I'm sitting here typing away, working on shit like constantly. But I love what I do. And when you can fall in love with this and you really start to see it take off, It doesn't feel like work, but it is a grind. It is a nonstop grind until you get to a point where you don't have to nonstop grind, you know? But it is like you got to be all in with it. Cameron, perfect example. Last month was not all in, right? She was looking at doing supplements and selling some other shit. Totally fine. Do what you want to do. But she cut that off and she got refocused. She went, I'm going all in on Ellie. She's fucking exploding right now. It is a difference between if you're all in or you're not. So Tiffany, that was phenomenal. Thank you for sharing that. Alex, did you want to add anything?
No, I like seeing people who are regularly showing up. Like I appreciate it, and not just showing up like on socials or whatnot. Like I see Laura, and Laura, you got some good content too. I see Laura, she's always up in here. She's putting out content. I see just regular people. Madeline, I'm always seeing in here. Melissa, like Amanda, Cisco, since she's here. You know, I appreciate the fact that we show up because sometimes I need this recharge too. I need this to just kind of keep me grounded and bring me back to reality of like shit. Seeing and please, I know it's ridiculous. This is not a 9 to 5, so I'm not gonna mandate. We'll never mandate turning cameras on, but we just like to see the fucking faces for like that's the community, right? We see your face, and if you don't turn it on because you don't want to get called on, then that's probably a good thing. Because if I see your face, I'm probably gonna shout you out or say something to you or ask you to talk if I haven't heard your voice in a while. So,
Alex, you know how to put a stop to that?
what?
You have them lead something. Once you have to
Oh, yeah.
lead something, that's what taught me. I will say I used to be really guilty about coming to the table and I had 50 things going on. I would rather see a busy woman in a chat with her, what she's got going on, than to see a blank camera. Because you feel like you're talking to nobody. And until you lead that Zoom or you're in a position where you have someone that you're speaking to, that taught me a whole lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it made me respect whoever my leaders were at that time. Showing my face might not be important to you, but it's so important to them. You can't get feedback and you can't get involved and know your people on the camera if you're not interacting. So I hate to interrupt you, but that was a huge
it's
turning
perfect.
point for me. It was huge for me. I've learned so much in network marketing. I've learned so much as a leader, even though I've never been a really big leader. I've learned a lot. And it just causes so much more interaction when people are visible. So
There she look at
it's
Lori. Lori felt guilty, so she turned her camera.
Lori,
Listen,
you called my ass out.
the 2 times I've turned my camera on these big corporate meetings, Honey has called me out by name. The fucking CEO has called me out by name and interacted and talked about and by the way, I'm doing something at convention. I
yeah.
basically got my trip paid for because
Tell
I get
him,
like
tell
a
him,
speaker
tell him.
badge or something. I'm gonna be leading it's like a hybrid Pilates and yoga class. They asked me to do yoga, but it's such a vibe at conventions, and yoga is such like a grounding, calm kind of thing that I was like, listen, I want to kind of turn it the fuck up. Like, so I'll start with some yoga and some breath work, but let me throw in some like juvenile or some back that ass up or something, because I'm trying to keep the vibe of convention. Because if you've ever been to one of these conventions, then you know, and if you haven't been, then these conventions are a vibe. They're like they boost whatever you got going, and it's yeah. So I wanted to, yeah. So that Jen Harmon reached out to me. I think she's a CFO.
Yeah.
Is that her title? And, she said
Yeah.
I
So
was
you guys better
personally
get your ass
recommended.
there.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
she was
gonna be
like,
on
well,
stage leading a freaking
yeah,
workout
it's
in front of
kind
the
of
whole
wild.
company.
She was
Like,
like, you get a special speaker badge and you get to put it on. Yeah,
so
there's a whole bio and thing. It's so cool. I'm actually really excited and honored for it. Anyway,
yeah.
yeah, if I didn't turn my cameras on, they would never see me, and she would have never called me out if my camera was off. Because I don't know if you just turn it. When I was at work, when I was working for Sac State, I would turn my camera off and I would go and like clean the house or something, like COVID era. I was a software developer. And I fucking hated it. I hate staring at a computer screen all day, but I wouldn't even be it. So the camera would be off. I wouldn't be near it. So I don't know if anybody's even near the camera and they're just joining to kind of, you know what I mean? So
No face.
we want to see your face, not because it's mandatory, not because we want to know that you're working, but we just genuinely want to like fucking feel the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm reading the comments, and some of y'all are like, I need to be more all in, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's a decision, okay? It just decide tomorrow. You get to relaunch this. That's the beautiful thing. Whether like give yourself a clean slate. I have to do that sometimes. I have to literally be like, listen, I have not been on my A game. My posting, I would be an F right now, okay? For the last like week. And I got to give myself a little come to Jesus meeting, okay? And rip myself a little new asshole and then get back out there and just pick it back up. You can make that decision to go all in and be at a 10 out of 10 at any point, but it does take you deciding. And we had 35 people at the time I asked that, and I think we only had 4 people drop a number. So I'm not saying you have to drop the number, okay? We're not here to micromanage you, but that tells me that we've got a lot of people who probably aren't a 10 out of 10, and that's okay. But what do you need to do to get to that point? You know, to get yourself to that, because yeah, like I can tell you right now, the people I know who are 10s, Lindsay, absolutely. If you see the way she posts and shows up, Destiny, absolutely. Myself, absolutely. Like, Alex, absolutely. Like, you know, the people that are at that 10 out of 10, you can tell. So get yourself there. It's only you standing in the way of that. So yeah, love it, Tiffany. That was amazing. All of our speakers. Thank you guys so much. I will probably we had 7 people tonight. Obviously, we're almost an hour and a half, so we'll probably do maybe like 4 or 5 moving forward when we do these. But I thought this call actually was amazing, so I think it'll be great for people to watch. And I'll get the replay out. And yeah, we have the new onboarding site. That's the last thing I'll say. So if you haven't gone through it yet, lot of new stuff and enhancements, new flow to it. So make sure you're looking at that so that obviously you guys have been here, but when you're bringing on somebody new and they ask you a question, direct them to the onboarding site to where it's at on there. That's showing layered leadership. You're training them on where to find stuff so then they train their people. So you're not going crazy. Okay, I think that's all I have. And I will say this one last thing. I was on a corporate call today that was like a top secret call. I can't tell you what it is, but there's some really awesome shit in the works that's coming out in the next couple weeks. It's not a peptide, but it's something really, really cool that's going to set us apart from everything else out there in this space. It's pretty mind-blowing. So that's why we didn't have to sign an NDA, but essentially it was like, you better not open your damn mouth. So I can't tell, but it was really good. Okay. Anything else? We good? All right, cool. Thank you guys so much. Tiffany, were you going to say something?
No, I just want to say one more time, thank you both for everything that you do. I know we tell you, but we don't tell you enough because without you guys and this whole program, we wouldn't be here. So thank you.
You're welcome. We love you
Everybody's a
guys.
vibe.
Yeah, it's
Sarah,
amazing to
Deb,
put effort
everybody,
into
Cameron.
something and see people winning. That motivates me to stay up late and put more resources and time because people are actually winning. When you're putting all this effort and time into something and people are failing, it's hard to want to keep doing it. Here it's just a completely different ballgame. So you're so welcome. We love you guys. Thank you for sticking on this whole time, and thank you for all of our speakers. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Bye.